What is the important aspect of partnership with parents in early childhood education?
Exactly. Communication makes sense and it is right choice.
What will happen if early childhood educators praise children for everything they do?
Nicely done. They will no longer be motivated by praise is a solid answer.
What are the three main components of the creative arts in early childhood education? Great thinking. Music and movement, visual arts, drama, dance is the right choice. Which law entitles students to special education services while they are school-aged? Right choice. Individuals with Disabilities Education Act is the best answer. What are the MSAT exam scores required to enter the early childhood education major?
Excellent. English 1100, Arabic 700, Math 800 is a brilliant choice.
What techniques exist in the classification of stimulation?
Valid point. Indirect and direct is true.
What methods are there in the classification of motivation? Good job. Your answer indirect and direct works well here. What early childhood program provides a comprehensive federal program for children? Smart move. Head Start is an accurate answer. In which semesters do early childhood education students go for teaching practicum? Or strong choice. Semester 2F4 Pies 5 6 Die 7 8 is the right answer. What is the main purpose of using music and movement in early childhood education? Perfect. To develop coordination, rhythm, and self-expression is the correct choice. What is the main goal of high-quality early education and care in early childhood? Good thinking. Development is the right answer. What is one of the challenges faced by the industry of early childhood education? Well picked. Lack of strategic location is the correct answer. Which of the following is a current issue for early childhood bilingual programs? You got it. Your choice, all of the above, is right. What does social and emotional development in early childhood education focus on? You're right. Emotional development is the correct answer. What are the benefits of TEACH scholarships for early childhood educators? Nice work. You chose financial support for education and professional development, and it is correct. What is the main benefit of nurturing creativity in early childhood education? Well reasoned. To experiment with new ideas and materials is the correct choice. Which theory of early childhood education emphasizes the importance of play? Correct. Play-based theory is the right answer. Which is the largest professional organization in early childhood education?
Right again. National Association for the Education of Young Children is a valid answer.
The statements below are true regarding individual instruction steps, except. Solid response. Give inspiration to teachers in teaching is a valid choice. What is the purpose of laws and regulations in education and care services? Nice selection. To ensure consistency in service quality is the correct and valid answer. What was John Dewey's contribution to early childhood education in America? You chose progressive education philosophy, and it is correct. What are some effective teaching strategies for early childhood education?
Bravo! Play-based learning, storytelling, hands-on activities, music and movement is the answer.
What is the key aspect of effective practice in early childhood education? Excellent choice. Learning is the right answer.
What is an example of a formative assessment in early childhood education?
Correct response. Observation is the most accurate answer. Who founded the National Association for the Education of Young Children? Sharp thinking. Patti Smith Hill is the right choice, which must happen within 6 months before applying for a SADA credential. Smart Pick. Professional portfolio completed by candidate is the correct choice. The following are the levels of development of children in nursery except. Great job. Brain learning is the accurate answer. Diversity in early childhood programs include all of the following except. Clear logic. Your choice code of ethics is sound and 100% true. When was the National Early Childhood Care and Education Policy approved? On track. October 24th, 2008 is the correct answer. What is an important aspect to improve the professionalism of educators? Well done. Exposing educators on teaching and learning techniques is the right choice. What does research show about early intervention in childhood education? Valid point. It leads to better outcomes is true. Early childhood education refers to children who are between what ages? You got it? Your choice 0 to 8 is right. What role does early childhood education play in cognitive development? Correct response. Enhancing problem-solving skills is the most accurate answer. What is the main aim of setting standards in early childhood education? Well picked. To strike a balance between age-appropriate expectations is the correct answer. Where can the registration application for a childcare center be made? Ooh. Perfect. District Social Welfare Office is the correct choice. What is the minimum requirement to work in the early childhood sector? You chose Certificate IA in Early Childhood Education and Care, and it is correct. Mathematics in early childhood education involves dash and dash answer. Excellent choice. Problem solving, finding logical and beautiful is the right answer. What are some of the long-term benefits of early childhood education? On track. Better literacy skills is the correct answer. Montessori education was developed by physician Maria Montessori. Nice work. You chose Italian and it is correct. What are the key stages of cognitive development in Piaget's theory? Strong choice. Sensorimotor, preoperational, concrete operational, formal operational is the right answer. What is the purpose of the Head Start program in the United States? Excellent. Promote school readiness for children from low-income families is a brilliant choice. Who approved the National Early Childhood Care and Education Policy? You're right. Cabinet is the correct answer. He is called as the foster father of early childhood education. Nicely done. Johann Pestalozzi is a solid answer.
How do children learn about the arts in early childhood education? E.
Clear logic. Your choice through responsive and productive creative experiences is sound and 100% true. What is the main focus of assessment in early childhood education? Exactly. Assessment makes sense, and it is right choice. What is a child's source of information about the objective world? Smart move. Toy is an accurate answer. Early childhood education involves group programs serving children. Well reasoned. All of the above is the correct choice. What is the key aspect of pedagogy in early childhood education? Good job. Your answer care works well here. What is the curriculum concept used in early childhood education? Bravo. Reading, counting, writing is the answer. Early childhood education includes preschool, kindergarten, and
Sharp thinking. All of the above is the right choice.
Apaka Kod Bagi subject curriculum in early childhood education? Correct. Ditaku 13 is the right answer. Early childhood covers the period between dash and dash of age. Right again. Birth to 9 years is a valid answer. The name is associated with progressive movement in education.
Nice selection. Dewey is the correct and valid answer.
Children start learning the words hi and bye at an early age. Great thinking. 6-9 months is the right choice. What is the meaning of early childhood education in Malaysia? Solid response. Education for children 0-6 years old is a valid choice. Which of the following is the chief aim of Spanish education? Good thinking. Propagation of the Catholic religion is the right answer. What does early childhood education provide a foundation for?
Right choice. Social and emotional development is the best answer.
They pioneered early childhood education in the Philippines. Smart pick. Harris Memorial School is the correct choice. What does TEACH stand for in early childhood education? Well done. Teacher education and compensation helps is the right choice. Why is early intervention in childhood education important?
Great job. It leads to better outcomes is the accurate answer.
Which of the following is wrong for key and development fields? Well done. Human development is the right choice. What is the main focus of Froebel's kindergarten movement? Perfect. Play-based learning and child development is the correct choice.
What is the main purpose of the early childhood education?
Nice work. You chose general child development and it is correct. Is the concept of parts and wholes a developmental skill? Correct response. Early development of mathematics and logical thinking is the most accurate answer. Which career isn't related to early childhood education? On track. Sandwich artist is the correct answer. Kindergarten is a place of education for children aged. You're right. 4 years, 6 years is the correct answer. Early childhood education is education at the level. Strong choice. Early childhood is the right answer. What is the importance of early childhood education? You got it. Your choice unlocking full potential is right. What does equity in early childhood education mean? Sharp thinking. Supporting the uniqueness of every child and family is the right choice, which is not part of a safe childhood environment.
Smart move. Mattresses with soft pillows and comforters is an accurate answer.
Period to give early education to children is.
Nicely done. Baby 6 years old is a solid answer.
Children from birth to 8 years of age. Good thinking. Young children is the right answer. Select the true statement about babbling. Right again. Why babbling occurs is not clearly understood is a valid answer. Nursery needs to be registered below. Excellent choice. Social Welfare Department is the right answer. KMAS is a kindergarten opened by. Excellent. Ministry of Rural and Regional Affairs is a brilliant choice. What is meant by kindergarten? You chose Children's Education Park, and it is correct. What does FAPE stand for? Great thinking. Free appropriate public education is the right choice. What does FAPE mean? Correct. National Education Philosophy is the right answer. What is a nursery? Bravo. Kindergarten is the answer. TASCA is below. Good job. Your answer Social Welfare Department works well here.
How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format?
Well picked. Contact Narayan Changder is the correct answer.